Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 5th episode of Araburu Kisetsu no Otome-domo. And last episode, everyone just kind of, pursuing their own subplots, their own romantic, love interest, whatever you want to call it. Some, of course, are going to be a bit more difficult, more complicated than others. Like Pitohas, for instance, with a teacher that claims he has no interest in high school girls, but I'm sure we're gonna get past any hang-ups he has about that, one way or the other, because it quite seems like we're going down that road with that. But some things should be going more smooth though, like with Rika's with Shun, I think his name was. That one should be going well. Izumi, I mean the whole Izumi Kazusa thing, that's obviously going to work out eventually. That's the most obvious ship in this show. But anyway, everyone just kind of doing their own thing. So let's get into it and see how they all progress. 3, 2, 1, play. Maybe. I mean, it kind of does. Like, you can't breathe with anything that's not a human, so... You can try with non-humans, but you won't get an offspring from it. In this show, no, you're not gonna say pure for too long. Pretty much every girl in this show is going down a path of becoming progressively less and less pure. That's kind of the concept of the show. Okay, we're back into it. Yeah, I'm gonna get run over by a train. Things that I should have started reading that sooner. Oh yeah, they saw. Oh yeah, Kazusa saw them together. I forgot about that. No need for that. And elementary school girls on the train. At least they're pure. I see. Is that what he's into? That's what he's into. It's just Mildred. Nina look kind of like a ghost. She's just so white. It looks like she's glowing. He definitely likes his trains. And trains do go into tunnels sometimes, so. Huh, is that the guy from the video? Yeah, that's gonna get her to go. Saigusa. He's like, why was I dragged along? I don't think so. But, okay. Not sure what that was about. I mean, maybe she has something to worry about. That was a bit of an odd scene. Yeah, I'm sure. Scary is a one word for it, I guess. But what if she wants to? But I guess that was shut down. We need to turn around that pretty quickly. Okay. I mean, she's basically a goddess. Yeah, let's not beat around the bush. I could see that. Yeah, I get that. I guess so. Not really the same way. She's certainly not a goddess, and okay, she was hiding. She does not look relaxed at all. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. You say that, but everybody says that. It's, I mean, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Getting in the car is probably not the best idea. You can, but hopefully something too sketchy. Wow. That's quite something to say. Of course. Those eyes are a little bit scary. Well, she is very pretty, so I certainly got something to do with it. Hey, I was reading that. I'd like to read. Give me my book back. Okay. Not quite what I expected. Uh, for a second, I thought he was gonna say stand on me, but I mean, I do get some Lolicon vibes from him. Everyone's got their thing, I guess. Yeah. How much did you know about this guy? Yeah, I didn't think so. Unless you count that foot thing, I guess. Oh, that's not probably not quite what he had in mind there. Answer this question very carefully. Suppose that makes sense. That's kind of how it goes when you're a lolicon, yes. Yeah, because, you know, most people prefer girls to be a bit older. His eyes still kind of scare me a little bit whenever they get close like that. It's really not the worst ending to their story that could happen. I'm not sure he likes the story very much. It kind of is. Yeah, because it's usually normal to want to do it with girls, you know? So if you don't want to do it to them, then they think there's something wrong with them, and that's kind of what you did to Kazusa. Hands off, Nina. Really? You didn't realize that after all this time? Maybe you shouldn't have said that much, Nina. How did you not get that by now, dude? Seriously. A lot to take in, huh? It's kind of a bit awkward. uh, Stuff we talk about in public. Yes. They are the best of friends. That was busy. Hamster. Just let me know if I can help. What was with that arm? Just. What? Yeah, nobody would turn down Nina. You know, unless you're a lolicon and she's too old for you now. Relatable. Uh, don't worry about me, Mom. I'm not being weird. Poppy pasta. And there is Sugimoto, I think his name is. I mean, that's close enough. And not really, but yeah, it's close enough to. It's a nice gesture, but it certainly wasn't treating her. Yeah, being kind of stupid here. Oh. Well then. We really do just kind of bounce all over it, don't we, in this show, don't we? The ramen bill. Stick, yeah, sticking it in those holes. It's like you want him to do to you. All 3 holes at once. That's how Izumi rolls. Well, excellent throw, Izumi. Just put it in there. Put that cream in the coffee. What? What did you do? Oh, it was Calpis? I guess it's a little bit weird then, yeah. I always wanted to try Calpis, but no one around here sells it, of course, because I'm not in Japan. I mean, that would make things awkward considering she told him that you like him, so. She brought it up, okay. Touchy subject. She's a little bit weird, but and very mysterious and very pretty. She's pretty great, honestly. Ransel's shoes, of course. I don't know, I'd say she's more pretty than weird, but I guess it's pretty close. Okay. You can't get for me what? Whatever. Yeah, what do you mean? Oh, that thing. Okay. You're the one kind of making a big deal about it. She's not wrong. So things don't seem to be going super well with her relationship. Uh, are you really gonna do what I think you're gonna do here? Uh, I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but she's doing her best to do it. Does she have it in her? No, she doesn't. Oh well. Definitely got his attention though. You can tell he was getting his hopes up there. It doesn't even look like she showed it, and yet she's that embarrassed. Keep me out of trouble with the police, that's what matters. Yeah, you're an adult. It should take more than that to get you excited. Yeah, I bet. uh, we got several questions for you, but maybe not right now. Just talk about things. Get wrecked, Norimoto. Uh, Really can't just talk things out. Each and every one of them, huh? I mean, yeah, why talk to her when you can just stare at her? What is that word? I guess it makes sense. Not sure I was expecting. Okay, finally we're getting into this one. Well, what grade did he get? Basically like a teacher would critique it. Because there were definitely misspellings. Because... oh, okay. Careful now, we're on the roof. Okay, that's real bad, actually. If some of those fall off the building. So what is it that she was afraid of you seeing? If you would be so kind. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Which is a hard thing to translate, but... But he saw it. It's basically a yes. And then she runs away. And he's happy. That's all he wanted from that. Rika. So cute. It's a pretty normal thing to be happy about. Something to clean up that mess, though. Let's not forget about that. And that's the end. This show, it's so hard to keep track of things sometimes, because it just goes from one character to another, bounces back over here, back over there, and each time I have to kind of remember where we are on each plot line. I mean, there was a lot of Nina this episode. I think that was the biggest focus. Which I appreciate. I do quite like Nina. Her mysterious goddess-like aura that she has. Like she sees more than we can see. Okay, that's your opinion. A field trip? That should be fun. I quite enjoy the previews in this show. Okay, well, that was the 5th episode of Araburu Kisetsu no Otome-domo. So, yeah, talking about this, it's easy just to talk about individual characters. Well, Nina's the biggest one. So, Nina, last episode, Kazusa saw her on the train with Izumi. They were having a nice little talk there about various things. And she actually ended up seeing Saigusa on the train, like, and he was like an instructor or something for the troop she was in, or something like that. And she seemed to have a thing for him, by the end of the story. And but it's a little bit complicated though, because he is a straight up lolicon, and so for one thing, she eventually gets too old for him, and for two, if I understood that one conversation correctly, he was saying that you would kind of ruin the lolly's purity by doing anything really. So that's why he didn't want to actually pursue anything physical with her. So really, regardless, she didn't have any kind of real chance to have any sort of real romantic relationship with him as a result. So that was just never gonna go, I guess. But she still seems to still like the guy, currently. So it's like doesn't seem like there's any like hard feelings between the two of them in the current timeline. I'm not sure why she felt the need to act like Izumi was her boyfriend. That was a bit odd, but I guess so. He'll think she's doing fine. I don't know, but that's kind of how we ended up on that. And I like Izumi's kind of reaction upon hearing the story. He wasn't a big fan. He just seemed to be more or less disgusted with the whole thing, which was kind of funny. I mean, I got a kick out of the story, personally. But yeah, Izumi, speaking of Izumi, the big thing with this scene was that he kind of found out that Kazusa likes him through this scene, because Nina kind of let that slip because she kind of just assumed he would know, because she didn't think he was as dense as the average like harem protagonist or whatever. So she figured he could figure that out, but no, he was not aware. But he is now. He is aware now. There's no taking that back. So there you go. And speaking of Izumi, he also likes trains a lot. So that's an interesting fact about him, I guess. He eventually went bowling with Kazusa, and she that was funny when she just saw him put his fingers in the bowling ball. Just not usually the kind of thing you would blush about, but that was pretty funny. She just ran off and all that. But yeah, we didn't really, the two of them didn't really talk about much in the episode. I don't think they really resolved anything, any of these misunderstandings or anything like that. She talked about it a lot with like, Momoko, but not with him. But yeah, Izumi Kazusa definitely worried about a lot of this stuff though. They had her in her room, thinking was kind of being resenting of how much she's thinking about such things, and all that, and confiding in Momoko about all this stuff, talking to her about it, and all of her worries in regards to Izumi and all that. And Momoko, she has her thing with Sugimoto, which doesn't seem to be going super well compared to a lot of the other relationships in the show. Not really. I don't know. They don't seem to be like really connecting super well compared to some of the others. So I don't know how well it actually is going to end up going, but it seems to be kind of rough at the moment. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I mean, that's really the only thing to say about Momoko this episode. That was kind of the only focus she got. At the very end, we finally got some Rika stuff where she just, responded to his love confession in the essay, while at the same time critiquing it and all that. And she did not want him to read it there, but he did, and she was very embarrassed, which was very cute. So that was great. So the last person I'd like to talk about is Hitoha, who is still very much worrying about her writing, because her lack of experience and how she doesn't think she can write the good stories because of that, and feeling a lot of pressure and concern over that. Still trying to work together with Sensei to kind of get something out of that. She rode in his car and also tried to, show the pantsu to him in the window while outside. Although I don't think she actually ended up doing it in the end. Like, I'll go back to that just to make sure. But it looked like she stopped partway through. Let's see. Yeah, she had it lifted up about here. He was definitely looking intently. He looking very embarrassed, of course. It's a little bit higher, and then it just walks away. Like, it doesn't actually show her pushing it back down or anything. So maybe she showed him and it just didn't show it on screen. I don't know. It's hard to tell, really. I don't know. We didn't see too much of a reaction from Sensei, so I don't know. But she did blush a lot after she hid, so Makes it seem like she did. It's just really hard to tell, really. I feel like the show wouldn't be afraid to show a panty shot if it happened, but I don't know. But I think that's everything to really cover with the episode. Not a big fan of Sugimoto so far, I can say that. But Nina's definitely getting along pretty well with Izumi. It would be interesting if we actually got some kind of love triangle there, but I doubt it will actually go that far. It's definitely laying some groundwork for that to be a potential thing, but I don't think Nina would go for that. I mean, Nina doesn't really have a love interest the same way like every other main girl does. So, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, I guess unless you count Saigusa, which I wouldn't really, because that's obviously not going to happen for various reasons. So yeah, there's certainly a possibility for a love triangle there, but it's too early to really jump to that conclusion. But it's possible. It is possible. We definitely talked about it enough. Definitely a concern Kazusa seems to have. They kind of talked about how amazing Nina was, you know, how mysterious and goddess-like she was and all that. Yeah, I think that was the second time in the show we've seen a girl run and suddenly grab a guy's hand and put it on her chest, so I guess it's just a thing girls do. I don't know. I never experienced that personally. I feel like I've been kind of missing out. But who knows? So, yeah, that's all we got to say. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.